Hi, my name is LeighFelton. Thanks so much for watching my channel. So much is going on in the world, and there's so much to cover from cryptocurrency to whether or not something like generative AI is the actual future of the world or the most, even the naming of this channel itself is something that I was thinking about. I was going to call it Lee's Lighthouse. The point being two things that we both cover topics on the show that are enlightening, they are directional, they're entertaining, but also it's a place where we can shine a light on pressing and current interests and topics that are just people are talking about today. But I digress. Today, actually, I wanted to have a conversation about becoming comfortable with your authentic self. And this is not going to be one of those one and done, everything you need to know kind of lesson in just one small show, but it's a start. And the way I wanted to start is having a conversation about self leadership. And so, as we think about leadership, we typically use that term for working in corporate and working in the work world. But I'm a huge proponent of self leadership as well. And no, leadership is not only applied to the workforce. While leadership is often associated with roles in business and government and other organizational settings, leadership can be applied in many, many areas and aspects of our own lives. So, for example, you can be a leader in your personal relationships. You can be a leader with friends and family, with your partner, with spouses within the community. You can also be a leader pursuing your own personal goals and your own style, your own interests, such as your own hobbies or other things that are inspirational or close to things that you value. Being a leader for yourself, which is what we're saying is self leadership, is an important skill because it can help you to develop this ability to start the steps in taking control of your life and achieving your own goals with purpose and direction. And so, as we think about a few ways that you should consider in beginning this journey of self leadership, first of all, start with self awareness. Get to know yourself better. Reflect on what you might consider your strengths, things that you have as weaknesses, your values, things that help you make better decisions and stay true to yourself, even in times of, trying situations. Another thing to do is take responsibility. Hold yourself self accountable. Hold yourself accountable for your actions, your decisions, for successes, for failures. This can help you develop resiliency. And as we all have heard, it's always good to learn from experiences, to learn from mistakes. And of course, there is always practicing self care, taking care of your physical self, your mental self, your emotional well being, engaging in activities that support your own health and happiness, whether you want to talk about meditation or exercise or spending time with friends and family, or honestly, things like this, just having a conversation about things that really interest you. Practicing self care means you focusing on what matters the most to you. Another thing to do is to seek out opportunities to learn and grow, whether that is taking a class or listening to others or, just reading a book or watching a documentary or watching something else. Being motivated to things that can help enlighten and enhance your perspective can be really, really gratifying. And by practicing self leadership, you become more intentional and you become more purposeful, where you can develop the skills and the habits that are necessary to achieve your goals and stay true to yourself and a life that is more fulfilling and more meaningful, to exactly where you want to be. And as somebody who has in the last few years recently only learned to be more of my authentic self, I can say just starting those baby steps, one step at a time, and getting comfortable with who I am, it took time. But now I wouldn't change it for the world. And so, hopefully something that I have shared here, again, this is not rocket science, it's not brain surgery. It's really just, hopefully shedding some light on something that maybe you haven't taken an opportunity to pause and think about and say, how am I approaching this, or what do I think about that? And so just wanting to give us an opportunity to have this conversation. It's not this entire thing that's going to unfold overnight, but it's about taking those small steps and just making progress one baby step at a time. So I hope you have found something of value, of interest, of entertainment, food for thought, maybe, in this conversation. Again, I am not here offering medical advice, therapeutical advice. I'm just, one person who has come to a point in my life where I feel so comfortable being me that I want to have that conversation with you, and hopefully, we can just really help explore and enlighten the world with all of these unique perspectives. So, thank you again. I appreciate you tuning in. Glad to be here. If there's something specific that you want to have a conversation about, let me know. But until then, I will see you next time. Bye.